Hey guys, welcome back to the ultimate Miscreated survival guide. This is part 6. We've only got 2 parts left. And yeah, I'm just standing here on this hardcore server's nuclear flash freeze. But of course with the equipment I've got on, I've got 84% cold resistance. Okay, so yeah, even at 84 cold resistance, I'm still freezing. But one thing that I taught you guys, you can see how fast my cold is going, you know, how fast I'm getting cold. But as soon as I get wet now, so I'm gonna get wet, and now look how fast I'm gonna get cold. Look at that speed. Look at how fast I'm getting cold now. Okay, extremely fast, and I'm dying extremely fast. For the plain and simple fact that my body wetness is 90% now. Okay, my body wetness is going to go down slowly but surely. But of course, with this amount of cold resistance, you know, heat pack will definitely solve it, even though my body is wet. Now, one thing I was thinking about, I just want to put my engine off here. One thing I was thinking about for this episode is preparation. Now, in one of the videos I will show you guys every single airdrop on the server, okay? Basically, the common airdrops are a lot cooler, like the common airdrops that have a high percentage chance of landing on the server are just like the official airdrops. You know, they're just a lot cooler and give you a bit more cooler items, you know. So every airdrop you go to, you'll be happy that you got the airdrop. Doesn't matter what it is. And then there's 2 airdrops on the server with a 4% chance of happening, which is very rare. It's like the C4 airdrop, which I call the Luthais airdrop and the Avenger airdrop. Okay, but we can take the name out of it. A Luthais airdrop is an airdrop with an M16, an A-core, with an extended magazine, you know, with a magazine, with a scope, with the only special flak vest in the game that gives you 65% torso hit protection. It's only 10% better than all the other flak vests, okay? But, you know, just a little bit of extra protection. You're still going to die by multiple bullets. And then, of course, you can get the scavenger helmet, you know, which you won't be able to get on official servers. And then with, you know, with the military gear and everything. So if you find aka Luthais airdrop that's just as rare as a C4 drop, you'll be extremely happy, okay? But you won't find it every time. And then I already recorded the Christmas airdrop. So the Christmas airdrop and the UFO airdrop looks exactly the same as what it looks like on official servers. You know, but they only use those airdrops for seasonal, you know, for Christmas and stuff like that, Halloween. On this server, the Christmas airdrop and the UFO are just as rare as all the other drops. But, you know, they have extremely cool loot. The UFO will give you 1,000+ amp coins. You know, which you can spend very, very quickly on the server. Okay, the amp coins are balanced. Can you get amp coins very easily? Yes. But all that does is it rewards you for looting. So the guy that's got a clan of 5 or that's very good with PvP can get lucky with a really, really good airdrop. But you that scavenge and really take your time with surviving, you can collect enough amp coins to buy exactly the same stuff as he has. It's, you know, it's only with the way you do it, you'll know when you know, how long it's going to take you to get these items. If he just goes for airdrops, he can go days without getting the airdrop that he wants. Because every single time an event happens, okay, it's random. It's definitely random. You can get 20 civilian airdrops. Although on this server, the civilian airdrop is really, really cool. But you can get 20 civilian airdrops and 20 plane crashes. Okay? Just rewards you for everything. But yeah, one thing that I wanted to talk to you guys about is Miscreated is getting a wipe on official servers at some point. Okay, I think with their next update, they're going to close down quite a few servers, and then they're going to wipe the remaining servers. Don't know if they're bringing any necessary changes. I hope they don't remove any of the survival elements, because, you know, with this video, you guys can clearly see that you can still survive, okay? It just takes more effort, which is part of a survival game. But yes, as soon as this server restarts, it's going to be nighttime. So yeah, I just want to tell you guys how to prepare for a wipe, okay? Hopefully this series has taught you a lot. How to get prepared. You can see on this server, you know, within 7 days, we've got the best gear that you can ever get on, you know, on Miscreated, which is cool. So the server definitely rewards you. The hardcore element of the server is that you will get raided. Okay, C4s and the rocket launchers do the same amount of damage as that they do on official servers. It's just on this server they do double damage. Okay, so that you don't have to spend 200 or 300 C4s to raid somebody. So you are going to get raided. But the more active you are on the server, you know, the better chance you have of raiding someone else before they raid you. On official servers, you know, if a clan drags enough, if a clan makes a 250 metal part base, you're never going to raid them. You know, except if you're farming for 4 months. You're never going to raid them on an official server. So there's a lot of positives to this server. But yeah, I want to prepare you guys for the wipe and give you guys a bunch of tips to put you ahead of the competition. So as soon as the server has restarted, okay, I'm just going to wait for the nighttime cycle to finish. Or maybe I might go to my base and talk to you guys inside the base. But yeah, this episode is all about how to prepare and how to compete on an official server, or on any server for that matter. So get out your notepads again and let's talk about it. Okay, welcome back, guys. It's nighttime on my server now, and yeah, this is an official server. Yeah, join the official Miscreated Discord, okay? It's an official Johannesburg server, South African server. It's where I did my last guide, okay? Showing you guys how to raid and everything. Got the helmet from the kiosk, you know. I think I took the helmet from Canyonlands and put it in the kiosk. It doesn't matter. What is funny is that I've almost got the same gear that I've got on my server. Got a landmine. I can turn this into a trap. I can turn these into traps. I can really do a lot of damage, but I've got the same M16 and the same pistol, which is quite funny. There is the drive-through. Okay, Salton is on that side. Pinecrest is on that side. This is the open field. Up there you'll get the radiation zone. Okay. There's the bridge to Pinecrest. So if you're in Pinecrest, come over the bridge, come down here to the open field, and just follow the route that I'm taking here. So yes, the first thing when you enter a server is to focus on the 2 lumber for your plot sign and to get the 20 rags for your bed. Okay, how do I make a bed? Or where do I get the 20 rags? You can just farm bushes, you know, till you go red in the face. Or, you know, any method really. Very funny that this happens on official servers as well. I thought it only happens on my server. Apparently happens on official servers even if you've got low ping. And yes, guys, on official servers, mutants really don't pose a threat. I mean, if you ever get a flak vest, well, how much does this thing do? 20 damage. Okay, I've got a crafted freaking pickaxe, and I'm gonna take these guys on. Okay. I've still got bandages on me. Don't know when this started happening. This where they just freeze like that. I really don't know when that started happening, but it's still funny. And I mean, you can creep up on them if you want to as well. Okay, but still, I've got a crafted pickaxe here. Get the first headshot. You know, a headshot does 60 damage. So you can sort them out with a pickaxe. Okay, so I'm just running to the water now. When you join a server, make sure you focus on those rags and you focus on lumber. Okay, loot every single truck with the pellets at the back. Okay, if you're stealthy enough to get into a town, to get into the big factories where there's a bunch of pellets, okay, get there. Build up those pellets. You're going to need to build your basic base immediately. Okay, now I'm just a bit tired of them. And of course they run much slower than they run on my server. Oh, this pistol, my damage to mutants and damage to players is set on 1.2 instead of just 1-to-1 damage, you know. You do 20% more damage to players and 20% more damage to mutants, just so that the guns aren't absolutely useless. But yeah, still doesn't really matter. And as you can see, again, our radiation is standing still at 40%. Okay, so your radiation will always go down to 40%. But yes, focus on the lumber and the rags, because you know, if you're gonna get hit by a radiation storm, or you're gonna be forced to drink water, okay, if anything happens where you make a mistake, okay, you can always go to your bed, you know, kill yourself, or suicide, or let a mutant kill you, you know, and just spawn back at your bed. And you can pack your bed up, okay, because it isn't that difficult to collect 20 rags. If you loot houses with double beds, you're gonna get 6-7 rags, okay. If you can sneak into the airfield, once you've looted those white buildings, you know, you'll have more than enough rags. More than enough rags. And if you loot the airfield's hangars, you'll have a heck of a lot of clothing, okay, because there's a lot of body bags there and everything, okay. So, and of course, when you start on the server, you want to claim your land, okay, and it's only going to cost you 2 lumber to claim your land. And this spot here, wherever you want to put it, I don't really care. As long as you place your plot sign here, you know, by the clean water, it's not a bad idea. It's not a bad idea at all. Okay? But I'm going to show you how to do it. I'm going to show you how to do it. So, we don't really want to puke. I did pick up a jerry can and emptied it out on the ground. Okay, so I right click on the jerry can. Sorry, I'm just listening. There is someone else on the server. Okay, so there I've got 4 wood. That's enough for the lumber, but that isn't enough for the bed. The bed needs 10 more lumber, which isn't a problem at all. Hey, frog. Don't give me a heart attack, frog. So here we are at the same spot as we were on my server. Okay. Can get your thatch from here. Got our random spawn there. We can get wood logs from here. Okay. Get a jerry can from there again. And then we can just come down this to this underground shelter here. Oh, official has still got Valentine's items. That's quite cute. Okay, I don't suggest you creating your base close to wolf spawns. That's not going to be very nice. But in any case, as long as it's at the edge of their range, it's fine. So what we're going to do now is take that wood logs, turn that into 2 extra lumber. Then we're going to make our plot sign because my base has disappeared a very, very long time ago on this server. And I'm too heavy, which isn't a problem. Just pick up my plot sign. Where is my plot sign? Oh, there's my plot sign. So yeah, I just need this to go green. Okay, I just need this to go green. Might still be a bit close to the camping spot. And we won't be able to get too close to roads or anything, but it doesn't matter, we just run. And we've got a tent here. 10 spawn, boys, 10 spawns. We can use this tent as a temporary base. We can put all our loot into this. The tent must be empty. Oh, someone's using it already. That's very funny. That's very funny. That's quite funny. Okay, so someone is using the tent already. I'm not going to play on the server, so I'm not going to stuff up his day. But there you see. Guy already placed the tent there and he's already using it. Okay, which is quite nice. And now we just need to find a spot where our plot sign can be green. And I already know where this plot sign is going to work. But I never want to put my plot sign close to wolves. Okay? Putting a plot sign close to wolves is not a good idea at all. So yes, lumber, rags. Put down that plot sign, put down that bed, start building your base. You need a 3x3 basically on an official server, okay? You need a 3x3 base. And then you need a vehicle as fast as possible because a quad, in the beginning when you start on wipe day, just get your quad so that your quad can act as a transport vehicle to get a car going, okay? So what you want to do is build up a quad as fast as possible, and that's the other big thing. Down in the description below is my immersive gaming Discord, and it will have miscreated maps there. The 3 maps that you need to focus on are the car spawns, very important for wipe day. Print it out, or memorize the spawn points so that you know where they're going to spawn. The metal part spawns is very, very important so that you make sure you build a base close to a lot of metal part spawns. so you can, so you can go check those spawn points regularly. And then the underground shelters, okay, are also very important. So I know the plot signs are going to go green here. How do I know that? Because I placed my base here. Okay, so I know that. So in the beginning, maybe you don't want people to know where your base is. Okay, I don't know what your plan is. So you just put the plot sign down here. Then you go to utilities. I've got the 10 lumber. I haven't got the rags, but I know that I got enough thatch. So I'm just turning that thatch into rags. And now I can just place down my bed here. So here's that, boys. We've got a spawn point here. Okay, we've got a spawn point. Do I want to wait 5 minutes to suicide? I don't know. That's up to you. There's a lot of ways to die. Trust me. There are a lot of ways to die. Falling is one really, really good way to die. Like that. Okay, falling. It's not always that the mutants are going to be close to your bed. Okay, so falling is a good method. If you want to make sure you will be able to kill yourself, put your bed close to a cliff or something where you can get back to your body. Okay, so now my radiation is solved. Yes, I can go to the hospital. Okay, but it's in the north. And if you guys went through, if you guys have stuck through with me through this series, you guys will know exactly what to do. Okay, so we spawn at the bed. There's no death messages on official servers. Nobody knows we died. Nobody knows what we're doing. Okay, and now we're healed. That's how quick. That's how fast you get rid of radiation. And I'm just gonna walk into the hill so that I don't take any damage. I'm gonna come to my body. Bam, 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 bam. Just click on everything, and there, everything is transferred. So that's how quickly we get back to square one. And how much weight? 35 kgs. Okay, I can fill this up with water, which is going to help me a lot. This will also help me a lot, but it's not extremely necessary. So that's weight that we can get rid of. The pickaxe will help us. Not necessarily something that we definitely need now. The sticks will help us with the fire. So let's just see now. Let's just see if we can carry everything. The thing is, on an official server, you could die. Okay, so if you ask me, it's safer just to leave your stuff here until you know, where you want to build your base. Okay, because you can pack up your plot sign down and your bed, and you can move your base again. But it's important to grab that plot sign. Okay. And without us going to the Discord, okay, we know we're here at this dam now, okay, but when you go to the Discord, you'll see where the metal part spawns are. If you want to know where the underground shelters are, there's 2 underneath Sultan, and there's about 4 inside of Sultan, okay, but there are underground shelters everywhere. So you have to decide, do you want to be part of all the action in the south, or do you want to sprint north immediately, okay, and go build your base here in the open field where you're going to be close to the hospital, okay, and close to the radiation zone, because at the hospital you're going to get the equipment that you need to get into the large radiation zone. So you're going to get your hazmat mask here and gas canister pack here, and then you can go loot the radiation zone, okay, and then you'll know there are metal spawn points here and metal spawn points here, okay, but you have to ask yourself, What kind of clans are going to compete with me here? Okay, so do I want to take a quieter area? So it's things that you guys definitely have to think about. Okay, but again, go to the Discord, and car spawn points very important for the wipe, so that you're the first guy that can get a quad, that can build up a quad in the south. And then you get a jerry can and oil extremely quickly. Sorry, it's just my mouse button that's bugging out a bit. You get a quad extremely quickly, rush to Hayward, or one thing that I didn't cover in the previous episode was Orchid Dam. Orchid Dam has also got good loot, but it has got a lot of mutants as well. But I mean, you can rush from the south. What I'd say is rush to Clyde Hill. Rush to Clyde Hill. There can be an armored truck spawn point there. Or if you just want to be guaranteed of a police vehicle, rush to Hayward Valley. Get into the underground parking that I showed you guys here at Hayward Valley. The underground parking does have a police vehicle spawn point. And then, there in front of the blue scaffolding, there's a police spawn point, police car spawn point. And at the police station, there's a police car spawn point. And if you've got the police car, then you'll have maximum protection and you'll be faster than any other vehicle. Okay? So no other vehicles will be able to catch you. And then you have to use that, knowledge of yours, where the metal spawn points are, where the vehicle spawn points are, where the clean water sources are, okay? To just get a lead. Because the metal spawn points are everything to protect your loot. Everything. Absolutely everything. You want to make a 9x9, so you put a foundation down, put foundations around the first foundation, and then all you want is basically 3 metal walls. You want a metal platform, you want 3 metal walls, and you want a metal door opening and a metal door for your main loot room. Okay? That is going to be, the platform is 1, the 3 walls is 3, that's 4 parts, the door opening and the door is 6. It's 6 metal parts that you won't be able to get immediately, but once, if you come onto the server every day and you look for metal spawn points after the server's been up for about 6 hours, because metal parts only start spawning after an hour. Okay, technically every half an hour. Okay, but you will never know where that first metal part spawns unless you drive the whole map to death. Okay, but the server has to be up and running for an half an hour before the first metal part spawns, and then after 6.5 hours there will be 13 metal parts on the server, but that doesn't mean other people haven't grabbed those metal parts. Okay, so let's say there's 13 metal parts on the server and a clan goes and collects 3 metal parts. Okay, then again every half an hour another metal part will spawn. Okay, so if you want to make sure the possibility that you're going to get a metal part is good, wait for the server to be up at least 6 hours so that you know, okay, I know 12 or 11 metal parts have spawned, and I can start looking for them. Okay, and then you just do that for a week or 2 and you'll be able to make that safe room of yours. And remember, on official servers they're going to need 20 C4s to get into that safe room of yours. The reason you need you need something around that safe room of yours is so that you can have a airlock. Okay, so you first open your plated door before you open your metal door. You don't want to open your metal door and somebody shoots you in the back and raids you without even using a C4. It's all these things that you guys need to think about. And again, I don't want to make this video too long, guys, but as you can see, I've got the exact same gear on an official server as I have on the hardcore server. Okay, the hardcore server is just going to reward you a lot faster and it's going to be a lot more fun. Okay, on an official server, it takes double the amount of resources to craft C4 now. You don't have rocket launchers like on my server. You can't buy C4 or rocket launchers like on my server. You can't, you can still buy weapons at the secret trader and stuff like that. You'll still be able to get cool weapons, but If you're solo or duo, it's going to be difficult for you to get airdrops because the clans usually stick together. So an airdrop is usually a war zone. So if you want action, take a freaking AR, take an AR with a standing magazine and just go with the AR. Don't go with epic loot. If you want to wear a flak vest and a military helmet just to, let you last a bit longer, then yes, okay? But don't go there with your best loot. Because the chances that you're going to get a boring drop, those chances are quite high. But in any case, the main thing I want you to focus on in Miscreated, and I was thinking about this while I was dragging metal parts to my base, okay, is patience. Miscreated definitely takes patience. It's a very, very immersive game, guys. And with the vehicle, look, the only reason I focus on a quad on my server is because it's first person only. And I want to be able to keep my eye on the airdrop, okay? But if you've got a cop car on an official server, it's probably going to be third person. So a car is more than enough. You're going to be able to keep your eye, on the airdrop. You'll probably, if you've got a cop car, you'll probably be the first one at an airplane crash because you can follow the airplane crash. But please, in the beginning, don't go for an airplane crash where it lands in the south, especially as the server's filling up, because it doesn't matter if you've got a car, someone will probably be there and they can probably kill you while you're looting that airplane crash. So rather go for airdrops and airplane crashes on day one that land in the north, okay, because you're going to have a lot fewer people that are flocking north, okay, because everyone spawns in the south. So if you rush for that cop car and you're lucky enough to get that cop car, remember, a guy that just starts running north without building up the quad first, he's going to have to survive all those AIs, okay? And although I'm saying it's easy to kill the AI, you don't really want to stuff around at the police station with spider mutants and brutes and mutants and then look for tires, okay? You want to get all the vehicle parts in the south, build up that quad because you'll be able to get a quad quickly, race through the north and probably steal that car that the guy is trying to build up, that ran to Hayward, if he ever survived it, then you can just finish building up the car that he was trying to build up. But all you need is basically the quad, and then one jerry can and one oil. That's all you need. Then you rush through to the north, pick yourself up a really cool car, and then put down your base, okay? But to make it much easier for yourself, claim the clean water, okay, at the radiation zone. At the radiation zone in the north. Let me just take out the map here again, okay? There's the other radiation zone, okay? Now that little river there's the radiation zone. That little river, at the end of the river, the end of that little river is basically the exact same as the end of this little river that gives you clean water, okay? Don't think that applies everywhere, okay? This little river thing here definitely doesn't have clean water, but that is clean water as well, okay? So you can build your base in this area so that you never struggle with clean water, or you can build your base in this area so that you never struggle with clean water, or you can know where water pump is. Like we do know that you drive from Sultan here, okay, next to this cave here. We know that there's a water pump here, so you can build your base in this area so that you can always use the water pump regularly. I know there's a underground shelter here behind Pinecrest Derby and a water pump, so I can build my base in this area because there's a water pump there, okay? Various things that you need to think about, guys. But when you start the server, freaking build up that quad, get the jerry can of the oil, race to the north, get yourself a cop car so that you can be the first guy at that drop. You don't want to miss any possible C4 drops, Okay, if you're planning on raiding someone, you don't want to miss a military drop, because a military drop is going to get you looted really quickly. And you definitely don't want to miss a radiation drop, because a radiation drop is going to give you the hazmat mask and the gas canister pack and anti-rads, you know, and the hazmat suit and everything. And then you know you can go loot the radiation zones immediately. You've got an AMP, because you get an AMP with the radiation drop with ammo, so you can defend yourself. And then you know you can go into the northern bunker. Okay, as soon as you've got enough ammo, you can start looting that normal the northern bunker for intense loot. And trust me, guys, I am going to join an official server on wipe day and show you guys the fastest start you guys have ever seen. It might not go according to plan. I might get killed by people a lot, but I'm going to show you guys how to do exactly what I'm trying to explain to you now. Okay, I will be on an official server on wipe day, and I will be on the most populated European server on wipe day. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to as soon as the servers wipe, I'm going to look at the official servers, I'm going to refresh those official servers, and the first server that hits a population of 30, the first European server that hits a population of 30 or 20, I'm going to join. Okay, I don't really want to wait until the population hits 40, because then everyone has probably already gotten quads, okay, and then I spawn into the server and there's no quads for me. Okay, hopefully there's very little European servers and everyone just joins the first server. I think that will be a good strategy. You know, if we all just join Europe 1, you know, the official Europe 1 island server. I'm not going to join the Canyonland server. I'm going to show you guys how much fun I'm going to have on day 1. Okay, just for fun and laughter, and put everything I've taught you guys into action. Now, guys, we've got one episode left. Okay, please, in the comments below, I want questions. That's all I want in the comments below, is anything that you would like to know, and I want to answer that question for you in the next episode. Okay, and then the last episode is just going to tell you what makes the ultimate, you know, hardcore survival server by Luthais, you know, which is my own European hardcore server, what makes that the perfect end destination for you on Miscreated. Or if you really want a true survival experience, why that is the first server that you want to join. Because for me, it is the perfect experience that I've created. It's got just as much fun as it's got a hardcore element. And with my tips, you'll be able to get really, really far. And it's got rockets, guys. It's got rockets. You know, it's boring throwing C4s onto walls. It's got rockets. And I've already fine-tuned the rockets so that they work exactly like C4. You can't get killed behind a wall. The rocket splash damage isn't more than a C4 splash damage. I changed that 2 days ago. When we spoke about someone getting raided and we weren't happy with the splash damage. Okay, it's a great community. If you want to join this great community, the Discord is down in the description below. And if you want to help me to do this full time, then the Patreon is down in the description below as well. Okay, see you guys later. And yeah, we've got one more episode left. Cheers.